Hello, Pahrump. We're back with LD, and he's going through his program and his charity and how he helps the town of Pahrump and some of the young ladies here in Pahrump move on with their education. I want you to kind of explain, and you said during the break that you weren't real sure, I guess, but at least give an explanation of.
I intentionally am not involved in the selection process because if I was, I would probably use the wrong criteria. So the seroptimists do this job. The chairperson is the primary one.
We have Ray on right now, so I'm going to break in.
All right.
Hello, Ray.
Hey, Ray the Flagman here.
Ray, we're a half hour into the
Wednesday night at first because Lazedog's got his radio show Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. I said, man, my time clock really got screwed up with this time change.
Yeah, I figured that's what happened. We're a half hour into this show and we haven't heard from you.
Hey, Lazedog, welcome to TV land.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ray.
Doesn't he look a lot worse than he does on the radio?
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of really shocking. But I see him in person on the highway all the time.
I've been told I have a face for radio.
What a lot of people don't understand is that they can actually stop and talk to me on the road. Some people are reluctant to do it. Some people think I'm nuts. That's why they don't do it. But Lazedog, he stops every so often. We talk, have a nice chat. He's very open in his conversation. He does a lot for people, and it's appreciated. I know that. The only thing that I'm a little disappointed is because it's all women going through the CNA, you know, there's some guys have approached me, young guys that said they would like to be, you know, what's wrong with a certified nurse's aide for it to be a guy? But Lazedog's program does not offer that. But I mean, I did tell people saying, well, you can try and call or whatever, but it just didn't work out, you know. How about that, Lazedog? There's no chance that you're going to be doing this for guys too?
Well, I think what we need to do, Ray, is we need to get some rich lady to start another scholarship and specialize just in schooling young men.
Okay, whatever floats your boat. All right, I want to ask about the wellness clinic. I want Dr. Christensen to explain a little bit what goes on there. I have a friend named Paul who's really in bad shape.
Well,
he's with the VA forever, trying to get something done for his back. It's so bad now, when he gets out of his truck, he's got a chair that he pulls out and he sits down. He can't even talk to me standing. He just called me in the middle of the show. I didn't call in earlier because he was complaining that it's getting that bad. They put him on hold for months and months with the VA, and I told him, I said, look, you got this wellness clinic on Calvada Boulevard, and I'll find out on TV right now what you guys offer. Maybe they at least keep him functioning until he can get something done with the VA. So can you explain a little bit about that?
Sure.
I'll hang on for a little bit. Go ahead.
Well, thank you for the question, Ray. I think the key word that you used was function. You know, restoring function. And we have so many vets in this town that the VA has put on hold, that the VA has got literally strung out on the Oxycontin and the pain meds, and I think mostly just so that the VA, the veteran will go away. There is so much that can be done. You know, ultimately, and most of these guys don't want surgery. They just want to come in, and if their pain level is on a scale of 10 is an 8 or a 9, and over a period of time you can take them down to a 5 or a 6 or a 3 or a 4, or even have the success that we've had with LD to get them to where they're, this man spends 5 and 6, 7 hours on his tractor a day. And if you would have told me 2 years ago that he was going to be doing that, I don't know that I would have believed you. But, you know, it's all mechanical. You got to get them moving. You got to get the people moving again, Ray. But before you can do that, you've got to realign the vertebrae. You've got to realign the spinal column. You've got to reestablish the nerve supply to the legs.
And realign their thought process.
And yeah, get them thinking that, you know what, I want to get better. You know, I explained to them, here's your x-ray. Now you can go to the VA and they will stack medication on this x-ray till it collapses. You got to change the X-ray, Ray. You got to change the dynamics and the mechanics of the X-ray. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot.
The key word you're using, Doctor, is function. This is what Paul needs, because he cannot even walk like 20 paces without sitting down. So and I'm telling him, you got to do something. The VA's not doing anything for you. You got to do something, like you said, mechanical or whatever, to get him to function. And
yeah,
I'm going to recommend.
You've got to restore that function
at the wellness clinic and see if you can help the guy. You know, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But he's got to give it a try.
Well, he doesn't have anything to lose. He has everything to gain and nothing to lose, Ray.
Pardon me?
I said he has everything to gain and nothing to lose, you know, to try another approach to this.
Well, I'm going to send him down. His name is Paul, and he'll say he's a friend of the flag band. And,
all right.
And see what you can do for him. I'd appreciate it.
Well, we'll take good care of him, Ray. And you know what? Again, thank you so much for the question.
Okay, and I may call a little later. You got one more segment after this, but I'll just see what happens. You know, I want other people to call in too. You know.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, Lazedog. Congratulations, you promoted to television, so there you go, man. You guys have a good night, and like I say, keep the faith, power to people. Thank God we saved the Tigers, and we saved them twice. Good night.
Thank you, Ray. Does that come with a pay raise?
I'll double the salary.
Thanks, Ray.
The selection process. I personally am not involved in it. With one exception. I received a call some months back, and the chair of the committee said, I have a problem and I need your input. She said, I have an applicant that qualifies, except she does not speak English. And she was, if you will, fresh off the boat. She came from Italy.
Wow.
And she'd only been here a short period of time, and looking for a better future, had family living here, and I just told the gal, I said, if she wants this bad enough, she will figure out a way around the English problem. So we need to not exclude her because of language.
Exactly.
And I said, just if she's qualified in every other way, I say go ahead, approve her, and we'll sit back and watch, and she'll resolve this, and we'll be amazed by it. Well, she did resolve it. She got her sister, who lived here, who is fluent in English, to apply. And her sister also made it through the process. So now we got two sisters. One speaks English, one does not. They can sit side by side. The gal who had no English ability, in essence, brought along an interpreter. We benefited in the program because we got two very intelligent, dedicated, attractive ladies graduated as certified nursing assistants.
Oh, that's a great story. Great story.
So we got two. She by graduation day, it was amazing how good her English was, because that evening at the Seroptimus party, I happened to sit beside her, and we were just holding normal conversations. So her English had came along pretty well in a short period of time.
That's great.
And so I can't tell you what the process is because I don't know what it is. I know that it's a combination of the college and the Seroptimus committee and job coalition. Is that what they call it?
Okay.
And I think most of the people are either starting there or starting at the college, and then ending up at the Seroptimus Club, and that's the final approval, and I know that they have disallowed some people who had no financial need. and that was
Is that one of the requirements?
well, that was the only thing that I was adamant about in the absolute beginning was I do not care to provide a scholarship for someone whose family is filthy rich.
No, I understand.
And they can. There's a lot of people out here that have genuine need. The filthy rich don't qualify, in my opinion. I'm not saying that they have to be living on the street. But if they're driving a brand new limousine and living in a 5-bedroom house, why do I need to take my hard-earned money to take them to school?
Exactly, I understand that.
And so that's really the only criteria I put out there, and I'm happy to say that of course, inflation being what it is, we've already seen a $300 jump in the scholarship from the beginning till now. And so I don't know how much it's going to continue to jump, but as it stands right now, I think I've got enough money earmarked and set aside to carry this scholarship out at 10 per year for another 10 years.
What does it cost a year for one student?
Well, the course is only 3.5 months or something. They get through it pretty, but it's $1,500 per student. Per student, $1,500. So 10 years, 15 grand. But as the doc will tell you, that's chicken feed. That's chump change.
Well, for helping the people out there, you know. We're going to break real quick. We'll be back for our last segment. Thanks for the question, Ray.